keep the music playing.
Serving up Texas' hottest original act, the all-you-can-eat Texas Music Cafe boldly goes where commercial radio and television fear to tread. So kick up your heels for another exciting episode from the all-you-can-eat Texas Music Cafe.
To the Texas Music Cafe.
From the News 10 Newsroom, I'm Keisha Lopez. Governor Greg Abbott provided details on how the state is preparing for the winter storm. He says several agencies are working around the clock to keep Texans safe, whether at home or on the road. The governor is urging people to be careful, and the best way to stay safe is to remain home rather than drive around on the roads that could be slick or icy. Meanwhile, ERCOT says that the grid has enough power. The agency also issued a weather watch earlier this week that will last until tomorrow because of expected higher power demand as the temperature drops. Meanwhile, a Waco man who bought candy and dolls for two young family members was sentenced yesterday to life in prison with no hope for parole. This is 65-year-old Gerardo Cerda. He was convicted of sexually abusing a family member over a 4-year period beginning when she was 6 years old. Her younger cousin testified that he abused her sexually as well. However, Cerda denied the allegations, calling both of the women liars. From the News 10 Newsroom, I'm Keisha Lopez.
Today's weather across Central Texas, unfortunately, quite ugly. As the day progresses, we'll see scattered morning rain turn to mostly widespread rain as we push into the afternoon. Temperatures will likely stay in the mid-30s all day long, and as we move deeper into the day, there is the chance for some of that rain to mix in with rain and sleet west of I-35. High precipitation chances near 100% later on this afternoon. Temperatures staying in the mid-30s throughout the day. As the storm system departs overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, we do have a brief window to switch that rain over to a rain-snow mixture for some of us. Go to our website, kwtx.com, for the latest. From KWTX, I'm First Alert meteorologist Sean Bellafiore.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show, Zack Owen Show. It is Thursday, January 9th. Let's kick it off the right way.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight on the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. And oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave on the land of the free, the home of the brave.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Hey, we're back live. Welcome to the show. If that doesn't make you want to stand up and salute,
it sure does.
Proud to be an American. We start our show just like we did for 30 some odd years on the Zack and Jim show on the radio. But I've got a guy that probably a lot of people recognize his face and his voice. You've seen him at the post office on the poster on the side of the. Do they still do that at the post office? Still put. Anyway,
mine's not there.
Tommy Muska is here with us. Tommy, insurance agent of the Stars for many years in the West area, mayor of West. What else did you hold? What other position have you ever held up there? President of the Lions Club or anything?
Yes, I was president of Kiwanis. I was president of the chamber. I was director of West Fest. So I had a couple of. You got to do it all in small town.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'm so glad you could be here. You know, when people ask me, they said, well, how are you going to pick your guests and so forth? And I said, well, I want to pick people that we had a relationship with over our years on the radio. And we definitely have had a relationship with you and the city of West. We always said, Zack and Jim always said, the West Fest parade, probably one of the best parades anywhere.
Yes.
For the size of the town, especially.
Yes, 120 some odd entries, and it's a great thing.
Always amazing. And so throughout the morning, this hour, we're going to talk about events that have taken place, maybe some funny stories and some stuff like that, and then some things that are up and coming in the city of West. Let's talk about the weather. First of all, you came in this morning from up there. What's the weather like? The roads?
Roads are fine. It was about 32 or 34 degrees, I think the car said. And it's raining up in West now. I don't think it's hit here yet, but light rain so far. I don't know. The bridges and so forth had no problem at all. People
Yeah.
are still going 75 and 80 miles an hour on 35. So that tells you anything.
That's right. That's right. I saw some Facebook post or something like that the other day, TikTok or something, and it said, you're in Texas when the speed limit is 80 and everybody's passing you.
Yeah.
I love it.
And it's icy, and now they're still going 80.
Yeah. We were talking a little bit. We think maybe Hillsboro, maybe a little above Hillsboro, might get some snow and some ice.
I think so. I told you, I said, when they start planning stuff 2 weeks out, it normally doesn't happen.
Yeah. I saw where some of the schools have already decided to close. I noticed Baylor posted this morning that they're doing all their classes today and tomorrow by computer, tele classes, I guess is what you call it, teleclasses. You and I, when we went to school, we had no idea what a teleclass was.
No, we walked 25 miles backwards
with no shoes
with
on,
no shoes on,
uphill in the snow,
all the way uphill and back uphill. I don't know. I never figured that out.
Yeah,
it was uphill both ways.
Yeah, I don't think I ever did that really, but I did go barefoot. I love being barefooted. But anyway, Tommy, when did you retire from being mayor of West? How long?
A year. Well, a year ago.
1 year ago.
1 year ago, I hung it up. I was mayor there for 12 years, and so I at the same time I sold my agency to my partner there, and so I got out of pretty much everything 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Now, a lot of things has happened in the city of West, good things and bad things. So I want to talk about the good things and the bad things this morning and about the future of West. But first of all, before anything, I know the last few years or whatever, you've battled kidney trouble. You had a transplant.
Yes, 3 months ago.
You told me that you played golf for the first time the other day, so you must be on the mend.
I am on the mend, and I praise Jesus for that. I got very blessed with the kidney donation. I don't know who donated it, but hopefully in 3 months I'll be able to find out. They don't advise you who donated, and I'm an advocate now, definitely for donor organ donations. Well, saved my life.
Tell us what you told me a little while ago. You were out in the front yard mowing the grass.
Yeah, I was. They tell you it's going to be about 5 years when you get put on the list, and I got put on the list in May, and so I was not ready for any of what happened September the 28th, and I was out there mowing grass and weed eating, and my wife hands me a phone, and it's the Dallas Baylor Scott and White Transplant Center, and they said we found you a match. It's almost perfect, and we need you to come up. I said, well, you want me to come up tonight or tomorrow? And they said, no, we need you to get in your truck right now and leave. Don't have a wreck, but get up here now. And so I did. I got up there in an hour and 10 minutes, and then an hour later I was in surgery, and 4 hours after that I had a kidney.
That's amazing.
So it was that fast, and I'm just very blessed to got some great people up there at Baylor Transplant Center. Our friend Sammy Cisneros' wife,
Sotrano,
she's up there right now with a new liver.
Yeah,
so
she's doing well.
They're doing fantastic work up there, and I give them all the credit and all the praise.
I would say you look good, but
compared to what?
Compared to what? What am I going to say? But that is such great news, and I'm glad. Because we've said for years and years, you and I keep saying we're going to play golf. We're going to play golf.
No.
Have we ever got together and play golf?
No.
So now we can get together and play golf.
We've got to make that happen.
I love it. Hey, I just out of the corner of my eye, I told you earlier that today is my birthday. My fiance, it's hard to say fiance when you're old. My girlfriend is here. Come on in. Come over here, baby.
Look.
Come here. All right, come here. Just walk over in front of the camera and wave. So she surprised me. She has a birthday. Over here, baby. Come on over here. This is Andrea. Say hi, Andrea.
Hi.
There you go. She just brought me balloons and a cake. Thank you, honey. Wow.
Let's eat the cake.
You get cake too.
I get cake today.
I like that.
What a special day.
Wow. Oh, and by the way, we're drinking coffee this morning from our friends at The Brew. Now, The Brew, Tommy, is right down the street on 6th and Franklin. It's a new coffee shop that has opened up. So thank you to The Brew for bringing us coffee this morning. Big thanks to Terry and Gene and Mike up in the master control for running the show for us. We got birthdays today. We've got today in country music and in music history. We're going to do that for you. Later on, we've got the mayor of Bremond. And I was almost kind of a little bit leery to have both of y'all in here because how did the Czechs and the Polish people get along?
I think they're planning on buying Poland.
The Czechs are going to buy Poland. Thank you, Mr. Trump.
Yeah, you're welcome. Everybody's buying everybody else now.
That's right. And let me get your opinion on. So anyway, Rick Swick is going to be in a little bit later this morning.
So we're going to have cake and ice cream.
Cake, ice cream, Rick Swick, Tommy Muska, and me. It's going to be a party. I like that.
For sure.
Speaking of President Trump and buying, that was kind of funny. Was it Greenland? He wants to buy Greenland.
Greenland.
What do you think about what he said the other day? He wants to change the name to Gulf of America.
Yeah. Well, it should be Gulf of Texas, but
Gulf of Texas would be better.
But now Mexico's wanting to reclaim some of Louisiana purchases or something.
That's right. We want New Mexico back. Is what
they want New Mexico back.
Yeah. Well, you won't ever get San Antonio back, by God, the home of the Alamo.
The Alamo is ours.
That's ours, baby. Anyway, all right, we're going to take a little short break. Going to come back and talk more about the great city of West, and we're going to also maybe tell some other stories, too, along the way. Tommy Muska, we'll be back right after this.
Protect your car with 3W Liners all-weather floor mats. Made from durable materials like TPE and rubber, our mats are designed to withstand rain, snow, and mud with deep grooves to trap dirt and liquids. For a custom fit and advanced protection, visit 3W Liners. That's the number 3, WLINERS.com today. At 25 Home, our ultimate goal is to provide you with a transformative experience, making each day feel like it has an extra hour. We believe your home is more than just a space, it's a sanctuary where comfort, relaxation, and happiness thrive. Discover the difference at 25 Home today. Shop now at 25home.com.
Planning the perfect wedding day can be exciting, but also a bit overwhelming. Join us at the 36th Annual With This Ring Bridal Extravaganza, Sunday, January 12th at Extraco Event Center, where fabulous wedding displays from Central Texas' top wedding vendors await you. Meet leading wedding professionals, ask them questions, admire their work, and check items off that never-ending to-do list. At With This Ring, you'll find everything you need to plan your day, your way, all in one place. Check out WithThisRingWeddingShow.com for more details. This event brought to you by your friends at Action Rental Center Events.
Get paid faster with Bill, the easiest way to send, receive, and manage your payments. No more delays, no more hassle. Whether you're a freelancer or a business, Bill makes payments seamless and secure, simple, fast, and reliable. Sign up today at Bill.com. Want to turn your passion into profit? With Blogify, creating a blog has never been easier. Build, customize, and grow your site with powerful tools designed for beginners and pros alike. Start sharing your story today and watch your audience grow with Blogify. Visit blogify.ai today for a free 3-day trial. That's Blogify, Blogify.ai today. Overwhelmed by your inbox? Clean Email is here to help. Organize, clean, and manage your emails with powerful automation tools. Say goodbye to spam and clutter and enjoy a stress-free inbox. Try Clean Email today at cleanemail.com. That's CLEAN email.com. Stay connected no matter where you are with eSIM-X. Say goodbye to expensive roaming charges and physical SIM cards. With access to over 200 global carriers, we make mobile connectivity seamless and affordable for travelers worldwide. Join the future of communication today at eSIMX.com. That's ESIMX.com.
Farmhounds offers natural treats and chews made with quality products that support family farms, regenerative agriculture, and humane farming practices. Give your dog the best with wholesome, organic ingredients that promote health and happiness. Shop now at farmhounds.com.
Easy Sun has been living fearlessly under the sun since 2016. Born from sailors' need for convenient sun protection, our mineral sunscreen is crafted with natural ingredients offering broad spectrum protection against UVA and UVB rays. Safe for your skin and the environment, stay protected on the go with Easy Sun, your ultimate sun care solution. Visit EasySun.com today. That's EEZYSUN.com.
Visit TexasMusicCafe.com for more music, to learn more about this show, and to view the calendar of upcoming live shows online and at Texas Music Cafe.
Visit RogueMediaMusic.com for more music.
And we're back live, Texas Music Cafe, great place downtown on 6th Street. Tommy, your first time in here. What do you think about the cafe here?
I love it. I love it. We were just talking about this, and it's a great venue.
It's really nice. Last night was the second night for Sammy Brown to do her album release party, and they say that a lot of the big hobnob names from around Waco area were here those 2 nights and had a packed out house. So she's a wonderful young lady, and we wish her the best. She's leaving this weekend to go back to college in Michigan. And I said, you think it's going to get cold here? Can you imagine what it is in Michigan?
No, I wouldn't even want to know.
And the little college she got, I think Michigan State or I don't, it's not, anyway, she said it's right on the lake. So that cold wind and, oh Lord.
It's cold everywhere up there right now.
It's not like coming off of Lake West, you know?
Lake Aquila.
Lake Aquila over there.
snow drifts in Lake Aquila.
Yeah, y'all catch a lot of from Lincoln City, don't you?
It's a lot of South Place, yeah.
Hey, Tommy Muska retired as mayor of the city of West. And through those 12, first of all, let me ask you, what made you want to be the mayor of West? Think back.
I don't know. I think I lost my mind. No, back.
Let me ask you, were you drinking some
I was really intoxicated that day. No, my daddy, AJ Muska, was the mayor back from 75 to 85. And I worked with my father in that insurance agency for 30 years, 25 years. And I saw he used the agencies as his office when he was mayor. And I saw him work with people, and I saw him solve problems, and I saw him, and how he interacted with citizens that had issues, and how he handled himself. And it made me want to do it.
Right.
I did the chamber, president. I did the West Fest, and I did, the Kiwanis, and in the small town, you do that.
Yeah.
But then I went ahead and stepped up and was a councilman for a couple of years, and then Mayor Bolton at the time.
Yep.
I told him I was ready, and he agreed. He said, take it over. Best decision he made, since a year after that, we had that explosion. So. Timing wasn't all that good. I thought dogs and potholes were what my problem was going to be.
That's right.
Not a quarter of the town being destroyed. So.
And you talk about Gerald Bolton, former mayor. You said he's back on the council.
He's back on the council. Brian Muska's back on the council. You had the mayor, day before yesterday.
Yeah.
And so he. He's David Protka is the current mayor. He has 1 year left on his term. So that's it's kind of unique that you have both old mayor and the new mayor.
That's right.
Of the city of West.
Well, I tell you what, Tommy, we're going to come back and we want to talk to you. You brought it up about the explosion in West. That was something that you cannot plan for. Like you said, as a mayor, you don't ever expect that. But let's talk about how that happened and how it was handled and the outcome. But right now we're going to flip over and we're going to find out what's happening with some country music gossip, some nitty gritty from Music City, my friend, Nashville Cat. What's up, Kat?
Well, happy birthday. Can I just say that first of all to you, Zack Owen?
Thank you so much.
Can you tell us your beauty secret? Because you look so great. What is it?
I will tell you this, and it's funny, and this probably isn't the reason, but I always tell people it's a lot of rum. But honestly, people say you don't have any wrinkles or whatever.
Yes.
I don't put anything on my face.
Unbelievable.
Water.
And you're in the sun all the time. I don't even get
I
that.
love sun. I stay out in the sun.
Yeah.
But I do go to the dermatologist once a year for a checkup.
Do they blast off all your wrinkles when you go to?
No, I figured out how to get rid of the wrinkles. You just gain weight and it puffs them out.
Perfect. Okay, there's the beauty secret today. Thank you. All right, I think I figured out this Survivor mystery. The upcoming season, they say there's a celebrity. There is one person that has followed the host on social media, also every single casting director, and it happens to be Dierks Bentley. Now get this, it films in April and May, and there's an April-May gap in Dierks' tour schedule. Yeah, it has to be him. And he's such an outdoorsy guy, isn't he? Riding his bike and running after bears and all that kind of stuff. Reba will produce and star in an upcoming film, The All-Girl Filling Station's Last Reunion. That's a book by her good friend, Fannie Flagg. As for the LA fires, Reba wrote, thankful for firefighters, first responders, and reporters risking their own safety to protect and keep us informed.
Yeah, as much as we make fun and disagree with Californians, our thoughts and prayers go out for all those. I mean, this is just a terrible, they always seem to have fires, but this one is really terrible.
Well, this is in the Hollywood Hills by the Hollywood sign almost. It's just crazy. Finally, the top 50 of Billboard's top artists of the 21st century include number 42, Kenny Chesney. Luke Combs was number 40. Carrie Underwood, 33, and the top country star at number 13. No surprise, Morgan Wallen.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. Morgan Wallen is just hot.
He is just, and his fan base is like back in the day, Billy Ray Cyrus's, just like they're so on his side.
You're right.
Hey,
well,
last question.
And we'll talk again tomorrow morning, Friday.
Zach, I got to ask you one thing. What do you got for birthday plans? Going out for a fancy dinner?
My beautiful fiance, Andrea, just showed up, surprised me with cake and ice cream and balloons. So we're going to celebrate here a little bit.
Excellent.
And I'm here with my friend, Tommy Muska from West. And we're just going to have a good time tonight. We're going to go out for dinner and just celebrate.
Yeah. Sounds like a great day. You deserve it. I'm Nashville Kat on the Zack Owen Show.
Thank you so much, Kat. Kat, Tommy was on our radio show forever. She was always on at 7:50, and it was funny because people would say if we were late, something happened and we ran late, they'd send an email. Y'all stop that. You made me late to work because they'd sit in their car on the parking lot.
They knew when she came on.
Yeah. So about 8:25, 8:20-ish, we'll have her on each morning here, Monday through Friday. All right, let's talk about the explosion. Tell us about the day.
Well,
where were you? What happened? Set us up with that.
Well, the day was a nice spring day, April 17th, 2013, and I was at home that afternoon after working. Actually, I was at the feed plant with Cody Dragoo, who was the manager of the plant, at 4:00, and we had gone over some papers together. And so then I went home, saw the smoke, got in my truck, headed to the school, talked to David Perea, Judge Perea, for a minute. We're looking at the fire, and so then I saw that we needed to have some barricades. So I was trying to find a police officer. So I drove around, parked about a block and a half away, got out of my truck, started walking to the fire fertilizer plant, and it blew up. Knocked me down, knocked me back some. But then I got back up. There was no fire at the time.
Right.
Oxygen had obviously taken out the initial fire, but then it came back. So I went across, seeing that there was no fire there, but the school was on fire. I went ahead and got back in my truck, and it ran. Most of the cars close to the explosion didn't run. It knocked out the ignition, knocked out the glass, There was nothing wrong with that little brown truck of mine. So other than the windshield, the rearview mirror was off.
Wow.
But then when I got across the tracks, I saw the devastation, and went from being a fireman to being a mayor.
Right.
So I started the process with Frank Patterson. He was the emergency management coordinator here in McLean County at the time, and he's a godsend. He was the smartest person I think I knew, and I immediately relinquished my mayorship or my powers as mayor to him.
Right.
Which was the smartest thing. Of course, I did. Was he knew how to handle it a whole lot better than I could have.
Right.
But we worked together, starting at day one, and they say, how do you eat an elephant? You just do it one bite at a time, and we did one problem to another problem to another problem, and just continued that way for months.
Did you, when you first saw, did you realize how bad, how the loss of lives, and I mean, did it hit you that it's that bad?
No, when I got back in my truck, well, there was nothing wrong with my truck, and it was only a block and a half away from the explosion. The mirror came off. That was it. But when I went across the tracks, that's when I saw the people that were injured, and they were walking up the road. That's when I saw the houses that were imploded.
Right.
And so that's when it kicked in that this is going to be. Then I saw Miss Bushowski, and she asked me where Joey was. That's her son. That was my city administrator, city secretary, and he was on he was a fire department, and I knew he'd probably be one of the first ones to respond. And I said, I don't know, and I didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't know who was. I didn't find out until later that evening who actually who responded to that fire and who did not make it.
Right.
And then the ones that were injured and so forth later on. And so that was another part of the process of working through the problem, and then finding out you have 7 friends that passed away.
And I got to say this, and if people that don't know about West, that don't know about the great community, over the 30 some odd years that Jim and I were involved with the city of West, the volunteer fire department, the fire department now, probably second to none, especially for that size community, but for even bigger communities. What a great department, and it's just a tragic loss, but it's great that you had them, the fire, the capabilities to help keep this thing under control.
Yeah, and of course, when we when that happened, units from all over the state came to help, and so they would come in, they would report in, we'd put them down, and then we put them in charge of various areas. We had a Dallas rescue squad going through the nursing home. We had Texas, other departments, fire mitigation. We had about 5 fires going on at the same time.
Right.
Houses, as well as the school, as well as the fertilizer plant. So each one did a job. Some evacuated, some search and rescue. But it was something that you go to school for.
Yeah.
And I did just attend emergency management course.
Wow.
I didn't think I was ever going to use it.
Yeah.
I slept through half of it. Because it was just one of those things that doesn't happen to you, but it did. And we worked through it day in, day out, week after week. Had a great city council that devoted their time and talents to making it right. We made some mistakes along the way. Then we'd figure out that wasn't the way to do it, and we'd change. One of them was getting people back to their houses to get their things.
Correct.
We evacuated half of the town.
Right.
So we figured out that was the first time we tried it. The route didn't work, so we said, okay, time out. The next day we came up with a different one, and it worked. So we're not perfect, but you don't plan for something like this. And,
absolutely.
And like a friend of mine said, it's like building a plane at 30,000 feet in the air. You just fly by the seat of your pants.
Right. Well, you kind of fast forward, a lot of investigations, a lot of things took place. The cleanup, took place. Let's go forward and to today. So much has changed and new things. And I know you and a lot of people worked hard with the government, the state, the federal to get funds to help out. And I know West is the people that live there are very thankful for the help from everybody.
Right. Well, we had a lot of help from FEMA. FEMA is the hardest free money you'll ever get, believe me. But they do help a whole lot in the form of public funding. Private funding, not so much, but the public funding helped us do water tanks, build a well, build a new school. So they were a great help. The state of Texas, I asked them for $8.4 million. I went down there that Monday after the explosion and talked with all the leaders of all the departments and told them, I said, I need it now, because these people could have left.
Sure.
They didn't have a house. We didn't have a school. They could have gone to Robinson or Hewitt or China Springs.
Sure.
And put their kids in school. That's a great school and great neighborhoods and great houses. They could have left the city and it would have destroyed it.
Sure.
But they didn't. They had faith that I was going to be a man of my word, and we were going to get water back and sewer back, and we were going to fix it.
Right.
And they did. And they hung in, and the state did come through with some money, and so that helped a great deal as well on the infrastructure. And it's turned out now after 11 years, it's a beautiful, it's like a brand new neighborhood, so to speak, and got great streets, and we have a great water supply along with Waco. We're building a $22 million sewer plant. It's going to probably put Tommy Muska sewer plant on there, I think. They won't give me a statue. So they'll probably put my name on the sewer plant.
You're full of, what, just like the sewer plant.
That's very appropriate, isn't it?
Well, I tell you what, let's take a little break and we'll come back and let's talk about Westfest. Everybody knows what Westfest is. Worldwide, it gets known around. So we'll talk about Westfest, some crazy things that have happened, and some future things for Westfest. We'll come back and talk about that right here at Texas Music Cafe.
Are you ready to take control of your health? At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. Say goodbye to long waits and office visits. Check your health on your own terms with 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today and free yourself from traditional medicine. That's the number 4uhealth.com. Get ready for epic savings at Best Buy. Right now, you can save up to $700 on select Alienware and Dell gaming products. Perfect for leveling up your gaming experience. Plus, grab the latest Android Google Pixel at an unbeatable price. Don't miss these incredible deals. Shop now at bestbuy.com and upgrade your tech today. At Fullwell, we bring together the expertise of registered dietitians, MDs, and OBGYNs to give you the best fertility support. Our research-backed bioavailable formulas are crafted with your health in mind, ensuring the highest quality and safety. From preconception to pregnancy and beyond, we exceed industry standards with independent testing for harmful contaminants. With our comprehensive practitioner directory, personalized care is always within reach. Fullwell, your trusted partner on your fertility journey. Visit us at fullwellfertility.com. Experience the perfect blend of exquisite craftsmanship and life-changing technology with Gevi. Every product is built with precision, featuring specialized parts that ensure durability, efficiency, and safety. We put every machine through 6,000 rigorous tests to guarantee long-lasting performance. With cutting-edge technology and a commitment to energy efficiency, Gevi makes your life easier, greener, and more convenient. Upgrade your everyday with Gevi. Visit us at gevi.com to discover more. That's gevi.com.
911, what's your emergency?
My name's Isabella Bosco. There's a man in my house. He's dead. My husband's not home. I don't know where he is.
I'm going to have you walk me through today.
I want to know why that man was in my house.
Would you say your husband was honest with you?
Of course.
Did something happen to Dad?
We have to leave. Mom, stop the car!
Hey, are you hurt?
Mom, is that a cop?
Did I see your truck had Alaska plates? Here's Isabel and her kid Kaya. They got caught in the storm.
We can be out of your hair as soon as the sun comes up.
She's hiding something, Mom.
I didn't catch her last name.
Why is she staring at us like that?
Having some car troubles.
Can you take a step back, please?
Something's wrong with these people. They're gonna hit us!
Kaya, get down!
Are you going to shoot them?
Get behind me. You are not getting my daughter. You'll have to go through me. Run, Kaya!
We haven't been looking for you. Wake up.
Hellhound Country, available anywhere you get your podcasts. Protect your online privacy with NordVPN. Browse securely, access content from anywhere, and keep your data safe with military-grade encryption. Whether at home or on the go, NordVPN ensures your digital freedom. Stay secure. Download NordVPN today at nordvpn.com. That's NORDVPN.com.
Visit TexasMusicCafe.com for more music, to learn more about this show, and to view the calendar of upcoming live shows online and at Texas Music Cafe.
Hey, Zack. Today is your birthday. Enjoy the day and make the most of it.
Today is your birthday, today is your birthday, today is your birthday, today is the day. Today is your birthday, today is your birthday, today is your birthday, today is the day. Today is your birthday, today is your birthday, today is your birthday, today.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, that looks like a girl I used to date, that girl in the picture of that video there. That's great. Well, thank you guys. I think Mike and them put that together at Rogue Media. I was just talking to Tommy about Rogue Media, a great company. They have a lot of podcasts. Podcast has just taken over the world. I laughed about it when podcasts came out. I said, that's books on tape. Remember, we had books on tape. Well, anyway, podcasts are just hot, and they have a lot of different, from mystery to sports to so forth, so on. But Rogue Media, a big company here in Waco, they contacted me, several months ago and said, we got this idea. And I said, I don't know, and I said, okay. So here we are, doing the show. All right, let's talk about Westfest.
Okay.
When did Westfest start? What year?
1976 is when Westfest started. That was the centennial.
And what group of people or who came up with that idea? Who said, let's do this?
Well, 76 was the centennial of the United States. And so every community was asked at that time to have some type of celebration. And so a group of people from West, including Bob Lilly, who had the Coors distributorship here, and George Andre and my father and Super Sky and a number of others, decided to have a festival. And along with that festival, the first 2 years, they had a donkey baseball game to kind of kick it off. And they had a couple of booths out there with some kolaches and some sausage and stuff like that. So that's how it actually originally started. Funny one about the baseball game is Andre, who was a big Dallas Cowboy.
Sure.
He's a big boy.
Big boy.
Anyway, he was on third base. He couldn't get on his donkey, so he just picked up the donkey and ran it home. And that was something that will never be forgotten. He just picked up the donkey and just brought it home. So I guess he scored, but it's gone on from there.
My good friend Margaret Ratliff, George is her father, rest his soul, and Margaret. And think about this: George being your dad, and her godfather was Bob Lilly.
Mm-hmm.
What a great relationship with cowboys and greats. Margaret lives right here in Waco.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it started that way. How did you get involved with it?
I was at the very beginning. I did not. I got into it about 5 years after it started. So I was involved in Westfest for probably about 35 years. First, I was a volunteer, associate director, then director, working with beer sales first, and then public relations and promotions for about 20 years, 15 years. So that's where we got together back in the
about 30 years ago.
Yeah, about in the 80s or something like that.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Time
so
flies,
I got involved then and stayed in until I became mayor, and then I could not do both, be a mayor
Right.
and work for Westfest. It was too much, so I dropped out of that. Now that I'm retired, I probably will get more involved doing what I can.
Well, Westfest is just a tradition around here and worldwide. You have visitors come from everywhere to Westfest, and I want you to think back in your times, or maybe before your time, or you've heard the stories. What's a funny story? What's something that people may not know that happened behind the scenes? Did a Ferris wheel fall over, or what? You got a funny story about Westfest?
There was one year that it rained, and it rained, and it rained. Well, there were some people inside the Brave Combo tent didn't even know it rained. They didn't have a clue.
Yeah.
But the ones that were outside, I mean, it became, they set up this little area, and so people just slid and figured, and they started this game on who could slide through the mud the farthest.
Oh my gosh.
And I mean, it was filthy. It was hilarious
Bad.
as well. It was almost like Woodstock.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was just that was one of the years that really stood out. Because they weren't prepared for it at the time. Now they have bales of hay and everything else in case of
plywood.
Back
hay.
then there was nothing, and so it was just a mud fest.
So Friday night, usually the concert night.
Mhm.
Is there any, and you don't have to call them by name, but you can if you want to. Is there any bands that have just been hell to work with?
No, I didn't. I never really worked with the band. That was CW.
CW, yeah.
That did the bands. I did have to go to town and buy, X amount of towels and spring water.
Yeah, their rider tells them what.
Oh my Lord! Some of
M&Ms
these people
with-
just wanted, they wanted a case of beer and they needed a bottle of whiskey and of course CW being as tight as he was, we're gonna give him a HEB brand or something, and they didn't like that.
Yeah.
And so those lists that they had, page and a half of things that they want.
Now,
but we got along with pretty much everybody.
We think of Westfest, and I got to mention this before I ask you the next question, but I have to say that anytime Westfest is around, and throughout the year, I think about him, but my old friend Charles Kucharowski, Cooch, Santa Cooch, who traveled with the Zack and Jim Travel Club for so many years.
He made every trip.
And he loved Westfest. He loved being part of it. And we miss him so much. Gone before his time, Cooch. But tell us, we think about Westfest as being fun and the party and whatever, but it's for a good cause.
Yes.
Tell us about
this year. They just back in November gave out $60,000 to various organizations. The fire department gets some, the EMTs get some, the City of West gets some, the Heritage Society gets some, the library gets a little bit of money, the museum in town gets a little bit of money, and so it helps. None of these organizations could raise that kind of money by themselves, and so it helps the protection of the city. It helps the promotion of the heritage of the city. So it does both of those things, by giving out, along with five $1,000 scholarships. So over 60,000, and over the period of the 48 years that it's been there, they've given over $1 million out. And so you think of a small town like West that an organization could do that for. It's a wonderful thing, and
it is.
The one One thing I remember when you told me or asked me to be on you told me to be on the show.
I said, you're
the first person I thought about was Cooch, because Cooch was in charge of the beer at West Fest, and he did love that festival. And again, he's the one I remember. I thought about when you called me up was the number of trips that he made. He made every one of y'all
every trip,
Zach and Jim trips, and
I'm going to tell tomorrow, Jim Cody, his widow Melanie is going to be on the show with me, and that's one of the things I'm going to talk about. Tell some stories about Cooch and about going on these trips, and he looked like Santa Claus, and what the little kids would say to him, and so forth. So that's some stories for tomorrow. So make sure you listen.
I will.
All right, we're going to come back and talk about cook-off real quick, and anything you want to wrap up with. But I got to tell you this, Tommy, about 1993, 4, 5, somewhere in that area, CMT, the country music, they didn't have an affiliate in Waco. You couldn't watch them. And so there were no country music videos available. So we were approached by Channel 25 here in Waco to do a video show. And it was called 25 Hot Country Cafe. And it came on, I can't remember, late Saturday or Sunday it came on. It was a 30-minute show, and we did videos. We interviewed stars that were coming through, and originally we did our show from the old Leslie's Chicken Shack.
Oh my God.
Remember on the Dallas Highway?
Yes, I do.
That's where we started this thing, and that's why we call it Hot Country Cafe. Anyway, I thought every Thursday we would look back just a little bit. So we've got a small clip of one of our 25 hot country cafes we're going to show you right now.
Hi, I'm Zack Owen. And I'm Jim Cody from The Morning Show on Waco 100, Texas #1 Country. We want to welcome you tonight to our debut 25 Hot Country Cafe.
Now, before we head off with our first video, get out a piece of paper and a pencil and write down all the videos you see tonight, because it could be worth a CD player and a dozen CDs. Now, here's our first video.
Let's get it rolling with Alan Jackson and Chattahoochee.
Hi, we're the Gibson Miller Band, and we want you to stay tuned for our video, Texas Tattoo, right here on 25 Hot Country Cafe.
Hi, and welcome back to 25 Hot Country Cafe.
Well, you think we're doing okay so far?
Well, Mom called and said we're looking good.
Oh, good.
Hey,
good.
remember I said get a piece of paper and a pen, write down all the videos we show tonight. In the morning on our show on Waco 100 in the 7 o'clock hour, we'll take caller number 25, and that lucky person's going to get a CD player and a dozen videos.
All right, well, now let's go into a band that was here in Waco just a couple of weeks ago, put on one heck of a show. Let's watch a Gibson Miller Band and Texas Tattoo.
That's the latest hit video from Brooks and Dunn, a hard-working man.
And women, too.
You know, the rodeo footage in that video was shot right here at the Heart of Texas Coliseum in Waco.
So look closely. You might see yourself in that video. We want to take this chance to thank the folks here at Leslie's Chicken Shack on Highway 77 for letting us come out and film our debut show, 25 Hot Country Cafe, and we're having a good time out here.
Boy, it's hot. We got hot videos.
Hot videos coming up.
Could you pass the ketchup, please?
Hey, it's Christine Kahanick. Hi, Christine.
Hey, guys, I still need that ketchup.
How's the weather doing out there?
I would say it's really hot.
Yeah,
hot.
It is.
Really
we got
hot.
some hot videos.
That's right. And coming up after this, we'll take a look at the next hot release from country artist Clay Walker.
Thanks, Danny. That's the debut video from Clay Walker here on 25 Hot Country Cafe.
Stay with us. Country news and the Confederate Railroad coming up next. Welcome back to 25 Hot Country Cafe. Now time for country news. Winona has been signed to host a 6-hour flood relief program called Love Can Build a Bridge. She'll have Joe Diffie, Tracy Lawrence, McBride in the ride, Willie Nelson, and more.
And Garth in the news again. He has started a raging controversy. Brooks recently announced that he would not provide his new CD to record stores that sell used CDs. The entertainer says he is against the sale of used CDs because no royalties are paid to singers, writers, or musicians.
Reba McEntire's got a new single coming out. She's going to team up with East Texas girl Linda Davis. Release date is set for September 28th.
And country star birthdays going out this week to Mark O'Connor, Vern Gosden, Rodney Crowell, B.J. Thomas, Michael Johnson, and Mel Tillis. Well, we certainly hope you're enjoying our new show, 25 Hot Country Cafe. And earlier you saw Gibson Miller Band. Now here's your chance to win some Gibson Miller Band stuff.
Yep, we got cassettes and T-shirts. Be one of the first 20 viewers to send in a postcard, and you're going to win a Gibson Miller Band T-shirt and cassette.
Just put your name, address, and phone number on a postcard and send it to an address.
I don't know what the address is.
Now, I know that address.
Forgot about Christine.
And the address is P.O. Box 2522, Waco, Texas, and the zip code 76702.
All right. Send in those postcards. We'll announce the winners next week on our show. Now, time to get back to more hot country videos. Here's a hot new group. Southern Boys, Confederate Railroad, and Trashy Women.
Crazy video, crazy group, Confederate Railroad with Trashy Women.
Well, I hope you wrote down all the videos that we aired tonight, because tomorrow morning on the Zack and Jim Show on Waco 100, we're going to give you your cue to call in and win a CD player and a dozen CDs.
That's going to wrap things up for our show this week here at Leslie's Chicken Shack, 25 Hot Country Cafe. We hope you'll join us again next Sunday night at 10:30 for more Hot Country videos.
Hey, there we go.
Wow.
You know, I had that haircut, you know, the business in the front and the party in the back going on. That was crazy. I'm going to say around 94, maybe.
Wow.
That was the deal. And that
Did
was.
they give you free rolls while you.
Oh, we had free
rolls.
chicken, free rolls.
Those rolls were
oh, my
something
gosh.
else.
But yeah, we did that show for a couple of, maybe 2-3 years. And it was a pretty popular show. And Channel 25, I think the story went, they got a new general manager and he said, cut that out. That's costing too much money. So that Ixtar Hot Country Cafe, but we had a great time doing it. And that was back when Waco 100 was good.
Yeah. Yeah. Back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. But anyway, we're going to do that every Thursday. We'll throw a little throwback clip from Hot Country Cafe.
That's pretty neat just to see the inside of there. It's a classic.
It's a
classic, and it was a great place. I remember a chicken. You couldn't find anything.
Oh yeah. So next hour we're gonna do birthdays. We'll talk with Mayor Rick Swick from over in Bremont. But before Tommy gets out of here, tell us about the barbecue cook-off. Now the funny story is Jim always loved barbecue cook-off, and the very first one, which was in what year?
Now that one, I don't have the
20 years ago, maybe.
Yes.
Anyway,
25 years ago.
So we go, and I think it was the first or second one, and we had a motorhome out there, and we had the cooking stuff, and everybody shows up. It's a lot of people. Barbecue cook-off in West, and a freak storm comes in. And temperature dropped 50 degrees or something. And we were all dressed in shorts and T-shirts. And we were grabbing everything we could. We were burning everything we could to stay warm.
I remember that very well because it was a blue northern blue and it was sleeting.
Yeah, sleet.
And these cookers, you know, they get up at 3 o'clock in the morning or some ungodly hour and put their meat on it. And when that hit, they did not have enough wood planned for the temperature to drop like that. And so everybody's just scrounging around trying to find something to keep those pits warm or hot.
Yeah.
And it was just like, you know, if you
crazy.
had wood out there, you'd probably make a fortune because they were running out of wood
and coats.
And gun coats. Oh, well, at least I lived there. I could go get my coat. But no, that was. I remember the sleet, and it did everything during the time we had that cook off.
Yeah,
you know, there were hot days, there were burning up days, there was hail one year. Hailstorm came in and just pounded everybody and everything.
Yeah,
and then you had all these RVs that matched the cook and the pitch, you know, and and there was no place for them to go. I mean, they just got beat up.
Well, I tell you,
it's many
we had so much fun at those cook-offs.
Those things, that was 140 some odd. I think the largest amount of cookers with 140 one year.
Right.
Made about $20,000 for the fire department. It was a great fundraiser, great participation, and can't say. I mean, there were a lot of stories we can't. It was like it was so good, it had to be illegal. Well,
Yeah.
probably halfway was illegal.
Yeah. So you got the cook-off. We talked about West Fest, the rodeo. West always has a great rodeo.
Yes. It's in August, and normally it rains.
And it's hot.
And it's hot. but no, the rodeo's been going on forever and ever. It is just an event that's held. All these little towns have these rodeos. They're annual rodeos, and just like West, people come into town. It used to be a huge thing before West Fest back in the 70s, 60s, and 50s. You had hundreds of cowboys and trail rides coming into town. Not so much now, but it's still a great fun event. And 3 days, they include now a bull fest in there for just bull riding one night. So it's a great event too. In the middle of August, I think third week of August is for that one.
Well, I'll tell you what, West is a community that a great place to visit, great food over there, kolaches, anything is available. And we love being part of West Fest over the years, and the cook-off and the rodeo, and just on and on. And I just want to say thanks for taking the time. And I do want to say congratulations on the kidney, and you look great.
Thank you.
And I'm glad you're feeling well.
You need to buy these glasses.
No, you do look great.
Thanks.
But we're going to get together and play golf soon.
We are. I promise.
Tommy Muska right here this morning
Thank you
on
for having
the
me.
first hour. Next hour, we got a lot of things to talk about, so stick around. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Transform your workspace with Hanomi Ergonomics. From adjustable chairs to standing desks, we provide solutions for comfort and productivity, whether at home or in the office. Improve your posture, reduce strain, and work smarter. Visit us at hanomi.co today. That's HINOMI.co today. Unlock a world of convenience with Mully Box, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. Each box is tailored to your tastes. Experience the joy of surprises. Subscribe today at mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com. Unlock your full potential with On It, your go-to for premium supplements, fitness gear, and wellness essentials. Whether you're training hard, recovering faster, or just looking to feel your best, On It has the tools you need to perform at your peak. Visit Onnit, that's ONNIT.com, and elevate your mind, body, and spirit today. At Rolls Rolla, we don't just sell wallpaper, we create cohesive, cozy spaces. Our deep understanding of design means every pattern, color, and texture is carefully chosen to complement your home. Plus, we use advanced technology and water-based inks for vibrant, eco-friendly prints, ensuring a healthier environment. Visit rollsrolla.com to transform your space today. That's ROLLSROLLA.com today. At Toussaint's, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Committed to excellence, we adopt a user-centric approach guided by ergonomics and medical science. With a team of seasoned professionals in R&D, design, and manufacturing, we prioritize quality across our entire product line. Visit Toussaint's.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com.
Relax with Hemp Delicious. Organically grown hemp, massively blended with delicious organic herbs, responsibly sourced for their holistic benefits. Each sip offers calming, antioxidant-rich wellness. Brewed just for you. Sip the calm with Hemp Delicious. Find your blend at hempdelicious.com. Ready to bring your vision to life? At Small Rig, every idea, design, and product is inspired by you, the creator. With our industry-first under co-design mode and the Dream Rig free customization project, we unite with global creators to turn big dreams into reality. Whether it's a cage rig or mount, Small Rig's versatile gear is built to elevate your craft. Small Rig, where your creativity meets our innovation. Go to smallrig.com.
Calling all Marvel fans, get Marvel Unlimited and unlock over 30,000 comics featuring your favorite heroes and iconic stories, all available to read anytime, anywhere. Whether you're into classic tales or the latest adventures, there's something for everyone. Don't miss out. Head to marvel.com/unlimited today and start your Marvel journey now. Looking to streamline your business and enhance customer experience? Traft is your all-in-one appointment scheduling solution. With an easy-to-use interface, customizable features, and powerful automation, Traft helps you manage bookings, payments, and client communications easily. Save time, reduce no-shows, and provide a seamless experience for your customers. Ready to grow your business? Try Traft today at TRAFFT.com, Traft.com today.
Visit TexasMusicCafe.com for more music, to learn more about this show, and to view the calendar of upcoming live shows online and at Texas Music Cafe.
Visit RogueMediaMusic.com for more music.
Song that Peanut wrote for a guy named George Jones. It's called We're Gonna Hold On. We're gonna hold on. We're gonna hold on. We're gonna hold on to each other.
Well, life is rough. Sometimes it's kind. A real good life is hard to find, but the best love is the one we know. The faith we have between us makes us grow.
We're gonna hold on. We're gonna hold on. We're gonna hold on to each other. Some love lives, some love don't. We've got the kind of love we want. Gives happiness all through the day, and nothing can ever make it go away. We're gonna hold on. We're gonna hold on. We're gonna hold on to each other.
Let's do a little solo. Time
We'll tell if we're right or wrong.
we know we're right by holding on. Well, the future's set for you and me. It's filled with love the way we both want it to be.
We're gonna hold on. We're gonna hold on. We're gonna hold on to each other. We're gonna hold on. We're gonna hold on. We're gonna hold on to each other.
Hey, here we are, back with a new face. We got the mayor of beautiful Bremont, Texas, Rick Swick. What's up, Rick?
Not a lot, Zach. I'm sorry, Zach. Everything's doing well. Everything's fine.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Any bad weather, anything heading over from Bremont?
No, had a little rain, not enough to mount to anything, so it was all right.
What's the forecast over there for the next couple of days?
Looks like we're on the good side of things.
Oh,
yeah. It looks
well,
like
you're always
west
on
of
the good
Waco.
side, aren't you?
You got that right.
That's right. All right, before we jump in and talk with the mayor, we're going to do some birthdays here. First of all, one of my favorite all-time country music singers, Crystal Gale, it's her birthday today. I don't know how old Crystal is, but happy birthday to Crystal Gale. I used to say this to Jim because today is my birthday, and then later this month is your birthday.
Yes,
and we're the same age.
That's right.
You and I, we both look beautiful, don't we?
We do.
Young.
We do.
You've got a lot of hair. I have no hair. That's the only difference. But anyway, we used to say that on my birthday, it was Crystal Gale, Richard Nixon. Remember Bob Denver Gilligan from Gilligan's Island? And Gypsy Rose Lee. Remember this famous stripper from a million years ago?
No.
They made a movie about her. I think Natalie, what's her name? Anyway, so I used to tell Jim that Richard Nixon, we had a rip off, a strip off, and a ship off on my day. Gilligan. Anyway.
Hey, Tricky Dicky was my buddy.
He was?
He kept me out of Vietnam.
That's good. Kept me out of Vietnam too.
Good. He was a good guy.
He was. I like that. I like Nixon. I was kind of a Nixon fan. I did a story about him in high school, my senior year, about opening everything with China. He was the guy that kind of opened up China. Anyway,
only Nixon could go to China.
That's true. All right, let's do some birthdays here. Kevin Lewis, happy birthday. Amanda Eads is turning 36. Emma, it's either Huth or Huth, Huth, is 36. Jennifer Jenkins' birthday today. Michelle Rind is having a birthday. Macy Powell, happy birthday. Manny Ramirez is 25. Mark, I'm going to go with Gearhart on that one, 54. We got Kathy Bell having a birthday. Annie Hughes is 43. Peggy Farley is 33. Jen Davidson, 63. Jane Bookout, my friend Jane, is 54. And a buddy of mine, longtime friend, Dan Shepard from down in Gatesville, is celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday. And I know in a few minutes we're going to do the bad joke of the day, and you get to do that for us. And I know you've spent a lot of hours working on this joke.
Yes, I have, all night, matter of fact.
That's great. All right, let's talk about Bremont. And, when I had Tommy on, I said I wanted to bring people on that Jim and I had a great relationship with over the years. And definitely we had one with Bremont and the Polish days and everything. And let's talk about I asked Tommy, how did Westfest start? How did the Polish days start? Do you remember that?
Yeah, Zach, back in around 1990, because we've been doing it 35 years. 1990, a group of folks that were part of the Chamber of Commerce. We had some chamber members. We had the school superintendent at the time, other people from the community. And we talked about how we could bring people to Bremont and celebrate the Polish culture there in Bremont. And all of a sudden, let's say, well, let's call it the Polski Zine, and let's do it for one day. And Polski Zine means Polish days.
Yeah.
And it started. Funny thing was, I was a lot younger back then and a lot more energetic.
Yes, both of us. Yes.
So at the time, the bank president and I thought, well, we're gonna cook hamburgers. We're going to do hamburgers on Main Street. You know where that is. So in front of the old bank that's now the clinic, we were cooking our hamburgers, and we worked our butts off.
That's a lot of burgers.
A lot of burgers, and we didn't make any money. But it took us 3 days to hydrate after that thing was over. And it was so funny. Quick funny story about it. We're cooking these hamburgers, and my wife Bev, Bev real well. Bev was helping me. She was putting the meat in the buns, and at the time, her principal, Bev's been teaching school then, still is, but teaching school there. And her principal came up and wanted a hamburger. Okay, so he got a hamburger, got it going, and the crowd kind of thinned down. He comes walking back, and we're looking like kind of puzzled. We're like, Ronnie, what can we do for you? You mind if I have a hamburger patty? And,
oh my gosh, you didn't put any meat in it.
He had a meatless burger, so I guess maybe that started vegan.
You know what?
I don't know.
You could be the inventor of the meatless burger.
Meatless burger. Yeah.
Didn't even know that.
Yep. But
Well-
no, it started, and you know, the thing, if it was the first year, we had a very, very small crowd.
Yeah.
And everybody was still energetic that let's get more advertisement, get things out there, get more people involved. And we did. And the Polish Days has really grown. We now we have approximately 3,500 people that show up on between Friday and Saturday. And it's a great event.
And over the years, you've added and added. I know the pickle run is
huge.
huge.
The pickle run is very large here. The group that handled the pickle run for probably 33 years have decided to retire, and they turned it over to a young group of folks in town that I know are going to do a great job. They did a great job this summer for us, and we had several hundred. We had 400 or 500 runners.
It's a lot. All ages too.
All ages, from our age down to people that need to run or can run.
Right.
So, but no, it was really good. And
volleyball,
we have volleyball.
That's gotten bigger and bigger out there in the back. Sand volleyball. The cook-off.
The cook-off. You know, we have that shaded area there. That,
perfect.
We bought that property. It was the old lumber yard, and everybody loves it because of all the shade trees. And
oh gosh,
you guys had top billing for all those years.
You
had the concrete slab, and you had the big pecan tree.
Oh yeah, Jim loved it. Jim loved it. Well, we'll talk more about the cook-off in just a minute. But I asked Tommy the same thing. What made you want to be mayor?
Oh, you know, it's very interesting. That's a story from long ago, because I'm now on my 32nd year.
I know, long time.
It's been. Now, I did have a break. I had a 2-year break about 12 years ago. A lady ran me, and she was successful. And then she decided that wasn't something for her, so we're back in business. But I had a distant relative that was an attorney in Bremont. Believe it or not, we had an attorney in Bremont.
Wow.
And
was he the most hated guy in town because he was an attorney?
No, not really, not really. He was very interesting, and he sort of got me involved in politics. He really did. And Rick, you know, things could be better. You know, you could be part of a change to make things better in the community and all of that. And, you know, I said, you know, what the heck? I'm going to run. Well, I ran a guy that was a councilman for probably 30 years, and I got beat. And so I said, well, okay, let's. My wife says, ugh, you want to do this again? So we went ahead and we ran again, and we got elected.
Yeah.
And we've run probably about 10 or 12 times, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun, and we try really hard to do the best we can for the community, and I feel that we're going in the right direction.
Right. Right. Well, I tell you what, we've always had great times over there in Bremont. The people have been so nice. I've got a couple of stories, and I'll tell those about our visits over there. But I know you've been working hard on this bad joke of the day, so I would like for you. Normally, we'd have this huge intro, you know, this big bum, 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 and then they would read it. So here we go, everybody. Bum, 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 bum. Here we go.
All right. Why do cows wear bells?
Why?
Because their horns don't work.
There you go. I love that.
Yeah. So that was a good one. You know, I'm from basically cattle country anyway.
Oh, a lot of cows.
It fit right in.
Yeah. All right. We're going to take a short break. We'll come back, tell more stories about the big town of Bremont, Texas with Rick Swick right after this.
Transform your workspace with Hanomi Ergonomics. From adjustable chairs to standing desks, we provide solutions for comfort and productivity, whether at home or in the office. Improve your posture, reduce strain, and work smarter. Visit us at hanomi.co today. That's HINOMI.co today. Unlock a world of convenience with Mully Box, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. Each box is tailored to your taste. Experience the joy of surprises. Subscribe today at mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com. Unlock your full potential with On It, your go-to for premium supplements, fitness gear, and wellness essentials. Whether you're training hard, recovering faster, or just looking to feel your best, On It has the tools you need to perform at your peak. Visit Onnit, that's ONNIT.com, and elevate your mind, body, and spirit today. At Rolls Rolla, we don't just sell wallpaper, we create cohesive, cozy spaces. Our deep understanding of design means every pattern, color, and texture is carefully chosen to complement your home. Plus, we use advanced technology and water-based inks for vibrant, eco-friendly prints, ensuring a healthier environment. Visit rollsrolla.com to transform your space today. That's ROLLSROLLA.com today. At Tusain's, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Committed to excellence, we adopt a user-centric approach guided by ergonomics and medical science. With a team of seasoned professionals in R&D, design, and manufacturing, we prioritize quality across our entire product line. Visit Tusains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com.
Relax with Hemp Delicious. Organically grown hemp, massively blended with delicious organic herbs, responsibly sourced for their holistic benefits. Each sip offers calming, antioxidant-rich wellness. Brewed just for you. Sip the calm with Hemp Delicious. Find your blend at hempdelicious.com. Ready to bring your vision to life? At Small Rig, every idea, design, and product is inspired by you, the creator. With our industry-first under co-design mode and the Dream Rig free customization project, we unite with global creators to turn big dreams into reality. Whether it's a cage rig or mount, Small Rig's versatile gear is built to elevate your craft. Small Rig, where your creativity meets our innovation. Go to smallrig.com.
Calling all Marvel fans, get Marvel Unlimited and unlock over 30,000 comics featuring your favorite heroes and iconic stories, all available to read anytime, anywhere. Whether you're into classic tales or the latest adventures, there's something for everyone. Don't miss out. Head to marvel.com/unlimited today and start your Marvel journey now. Looking to streamline your business and enhance customer experience? Traft is your all-in-one appointment scheduling solution. With an easy-to-use interface, customizable features, and powerful automation, Traft helps you manage bookings, payments, and client communications easily. Save time, reduce no-shows, and provide a seamless experience for your customers. Ready to grow your business? Try Traft today at TRAFFT.com, Traft.com today.
Visit TexasMusicCafe.com for more music, to learn more about this show, and to view the calendar of upcoming live shows online and at Texas Music Cafe.
Visit RogueMediaMusic.com for more music.
Back live Thursday morning get together here at the Texas Music Cafe, downtown Waco on 6th Street. Pretty cool place, huh?
It is.
Very nice.
I like it.
You got to come out when they have a band, great acoustics, very good place for music. We do all kinds of music right here. They may do blues one time, might be pop, hard rock, could be country, whatever. So make plans to come back out here. Speaking of music, a few things that happened on this musical day in history. I said Crystal Gale had a birthday today. Joan Baez, remember Joan Baez?
Joan, yep.
Jimmy Page, Led Zeppelin, having a birthday. He was born in 1944.
A little before us.
Yeah, and Crystal Gale, I said, I didn't know how old she was. She's 5 years older than us, which I was surprised.
74.
I thought Crystal Gale was a little bit younger than us.
No.
AJ McLean of the Backstreet Boys. I know you grew up listening to the Backstreet Boys, one of your favorite. 1963, drummer Charlie Watts joined the Rolling Stones. And 1976, remember the group Queen?
Yep.
They were number one with Bohemian Rhapsody. 1997, David Bowie performed his 50th birthday bash concert. 2003, grand piano once owned by Elvis Presley, was sold for right over right $600,000 for a piano that Elvis played. That's pretty great. And then in true country music history, I thought I would ask you this question, see if you can remember. I know you don't know this first one, but you know how they talk about, and we could do a whole show on people that say, oh, country today isn't what it used to be. Well, nothing's like it used to be.
No.
Pop music's not the same. Rock music's not the same. Motown music's not the same. But this will tell you how country music has changed. In 1944, the number one country music song was called Pistol Packin' Mama. Now, this is what's going to throw you off. The singer, Bing Crosby.
Really?
Bing Crosby had the number one country song in 44. Jump ahead to 1954, a song called Bimbo by Jim Reeves. Gentleman Jim Reeves was number one. In 1974, more our time, song by the storyteller is what they call him, Tom T. Hall, had a song called I Love. And here's one in 1986. 1986. Does Fort Worth Ever Cross Your Mind by George Strait was the number one song in the nation.
Yep.
I've danced it many times. It does
Yes.
Fort Worth Ever Cross Your Mind?
Yes. Yep.
All right, let's talk more about the city of Bremont. And I got a couple of stories to talk about, and Rick may remember these, but one particular time, because of the distance and kind of the area, I believe, we didn't have really good cell phone service to do our broadcast, Jim and I, and we get over there and we figure out we have nothing. We don't have AT&T. We don't have whatever. And we're sitting there going, oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And somebody, it might've been you, or said, well, we've got a landline still in the library.
Yep.
And they found somebody with a key. They opened the library, and that's how we did our broadcast that day, was in the library. Another story, kind of jump forward. The stories I can remember,
I wonder why.
There's been a few of them like that. But other stories, some of them we can't tell. But one of the stories, and this doesn't have anything to do with Polish days, but many years ago, our general manager at the time was named Michael Oppenheimer. And we went to Michael and we said, we got a great idea. We want to do a thing called Zack and Jim's honky tonk party or whatever. And I want to pick small bars around Central Texas that probably can't afford to advertise, but people love. And we went to different towns all over. And one of them we selected, we had people send in, hey, send in the name of your bar. Where do you want? The Dry Bean Saloon was sent in, nominated, and we picked it. So Michael was our designated driver, and he would drive the van, the truck, and Jim and I go over. We'd do a broadcast and hang out with the people, give out T-shirts and whatever. So we go to the Dry Bean. I don't remember what year this was. Had to have been in the late 90s. Probably.
I would say so.
And we walk in, and there was a gentleman in coveralls, like a farmer or rancher would wear. It was cold, coveralls, and you could tell he was an older gentleman, and I believe he had told me he had throat cancer, and he talked with one of the voice box mechanisms, and he came up to us and he was talking to us, and he said, Zack and Jim, he says, I love your show. He said, I listen every morning. He says, in fact, I brought y'all a present. And he went out to his truck and came back in, and he had made us both homemade wine. And oh my gosh, that was so good. We took it back, came back with it and drank it. But just so many nice people and so many great stories. And the Dry Bean's still there.
Dry Bean's still going strong. The building, the original building, basically fell down.
It fell down. Yeah. Oh, I know. There was many times that I was in there walking the floor, and I go, I think this place is going to fall down.
Yeah. Well, it became a an interesting building. Okay, so they tore it down and rebuilt the building,
right?
And now it's going strong, and still have a lot of clientele. It's the happening place in Bremont right now. So
It is.
Yep.
It is now. Do you recall the original owners who started the dry bean, or
the original owners, if I'm not mistaken, would have been Ted Bashinsky. Ted bought it from a gentleman by the name of Joe R. Belamovich. All of these these Polish names.
Mm-hmm.
And after Ted had it, I think the Bush family out of Franklin bought it.
Mm-hmm.
But it had I want to remember that Ted named it the Dry Bean, and he had a huge family. And it was a family. It was always a family place, a family place. And
I always have said the family that drinks together stays together.
They do. That there's a lot of truth to that. I believe that very well. But
Isn't
there's
there
another story behind that too.
Okay.
The Dry Bean, when I was a kid, about 9 or 10 years old, was called Joe R's.
Okay.
And it was owned by Joe R. Belamovich. And we would go. We had a grocery store right next door. My family did.
Mm-hmm.
And when I wasn't busy, I'd be playing pool or playing the pinball machine.
Right.
And there's a guy, he's passed away many years ago now, Zach, but his name was Jay Pruitt. Jay would come over and say to my dad, Pete, hey, can I borrow Rick for a few minutes? I want to play a little pool. Dad would say, well, let it go. And if I need you, I'll come get you. Well, they'd set me up a big red and peanuts. Okay.
I like it.
And we would shoot pool.
Yeah.
And unbeknownst to me, they were betting on me the whole time.
And you didn't know.
Several years later, Joe R., I was in there one day, and Joe R. says, I got to tell you something. And I said, what's that? He said, you know all those pool games you played with Jay and all those old farts and stuff? I said, yeah. He said, Jay made a ton of money off of you.
Oh, my gosh.
He says, he bought you Big Red and peanuts, and he pocketed the money.
Put the money in his pocket.
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
We had a great time, though. That's it. And see, when we had a mom and pop grocery store, Zach, I grew up downtown. We were open 6 days a week, some on Sunday, and we were downtown all the time because the store had to be open. So I grew up downtown and hung out in all those places. So.
Yeah, you say Belamovich. Is there a street named?
Yes, there's Belamovich Road. It's off 46 coming into town.
Yeah.
That's my mother's maiden name.
We used to have someone, I can't remember the first name, would call in a lot of birthdays back in the radio days. That name, always knew that name. But yeah, that's great.
Well, see, there's something else about the Belamovich name you don't know, because I went to St. Mary's Catholic School for 8 years. My knuckles are still
I was going to say, did you get your knuckles hit?
To get out of 3rd grade, we had to pass a spelling test.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my quiz was to spell my mother's maiden name, and I graduated to the 4th grade. I knew how to spell Belamovich. It's about that long on paper. So.
Yeah. Spell it.
Bielamowicz.
There you go. Belamovich. Yeah. I love it. Mayor Rick Swick here from Bremont. If you just now kind of flip it on. And the great thing about this show, we laughed about this yesterday with somebody. I said, you better not say something that you wish you wouldn't have, because with podcast and this, you can watch this 2 years from now, 3 years. It's not going to disappear.
That's right.
It's not going to go away. So be careful. Right now, I want to say thank you, and to all the people around the area in Bremont that honored a couple of years ago my friend Joe Templeton. Great guy, great friend, passed away. He was Jim's helper when it came to cook-offs, and I actually like to say that Jim made him do all the work, kind of thing. And if they won anything, Jim got the credit. If they lost, it was Joe's fault.
It was Joe's fault.
And then this last time, dedicated it to Jim Cody, and it was great. Had a great time, and that cook-off is just taken off. I know the first year that we were there, it was down behind the buildings, kind of off Main Street.
Yeah, next to the railroad track there.
Correct. which we know now that train comes through pretty often
and pretty fast.
Pretty fast. And then you moved it down to where you said that's a great buy for the city to purchase that land. And I know you told me a kind of a funny story when you had the idea and you went in and said, "Hey, let's do this." They looked at you and go, "What?"
Yeah, the gentleman that owned the lumberyard lived in Bryan, and he contacted me one day and wanted to sell it. And I said, "Well, can I go look at it?" And he said, "Yeah, help yourself." Well, people already opened the doors and you could go in. So I walked around and went outside the building, and I'm looking around, and all of these beautiful pecan trees.
Beautiful.
And I'm like, all we have to do is clean this place up. So I went to my council and I said, "Hey, I'd like to buy the old lumberyard." And they're like, "What's wrong with you?"
We're going in the lumber business.
I said, "Well, y'all know what's wrong with me." But I said, beside that, I said, it would be a great place for a park. And I said, we could call it the Lumberyard Park, and it would have endless opportunities. And they went along. I made the deal. We cleaned it up, and they're like, "Wow, look at that. We never knew all of that was available." And it's been a great place. Everybody loves it. Yes,
everybody loves it. And the
we've had
cook-off.
a wedding there.
No.
Yeah, we had a wedding downtown, and they were under those trees. So.
Well, I tell you, it's a great place for that. And the cook-off has gotten bigger, seems like every year. And people from all over the state and out of state come in for this cook-off. And look forward to it again. We're going to continue it, right?
You betcha. You betcha. It's going strong, and it brings in a lot of folks. Hopefully that it'll continue. We have a wonderful day. People have talked to us about possibly moving our festival to the fall, and we really can't find a date that doesn't coincide with somebody
festival.
Else. So I think it's pretty much been decided that we're going to keep the day we have.
Hey, you know
People
what?
know when it's open.
Sometimes it's hot.
Yep.
Sometimes it's not hot. You can't predict the weather and so forth. I think it's great where it is.
And like I said, we really enjoy it. It's growing. It's interesting. We don't intend to grow it, but it kind of grows on its own. And
you've added more and more vendors over the years.
Yes, we have a tremendous amount of vendors for the size of Bremont. And really, we're moving out into the side streets now with the vendors. We have the cultural music. The Polish music is really grown over the years. We have some Polish bands. We had a Polish family buy some property in Bremont, and they've opened up a couple of the older buildings to where we can have like a venue inside for the folks rather than having it out on the hot street.
Right.
So we're hoping to build on that going forward and hold the crowd. I've got a plan going in with the city. There's a vacant building there in the middle of town. I think we have some bids out right now. We're going to put in a public restroom.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Because, the thing of it is, Zach, when those buildings were built downtown in the late 1800s, they had outhouses.
Yeah.
There was no plumbing set up in those buildings. Yeah. So we've kind of identified the issue to hold more people is those porta potties stink after about 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah.
So we feel that we can do a benefit for things downtown along with the Polish Day, and our Christmas parade has grown too. It was as big this year as it's ever been, and that will keep the crowd. So we're excited about that going forward.
We just got back this past May, took a trip to Alaska, a cruise up to Alaska. And it's funny we're talking about this because I thought about, we got off at one of the stops, I can't remember which one, and they had built beautiful modern men and ladies restrooms. And right adjacent was like a Chamber of Commerce visitor information. So, you had to go to the restroom.
Yep.
So it got you in there to check out the stuff. So I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's ironic that you bring that up because north of where we're going to put the restrooms, we have 2 more lots that we're going to try to build a civic center.
Oh, wow.
So that will work. That would work even better along with our museum that's downtown too. So it's it's a really good thing. So,
and I will say this, there's a couple of vendors, and they're both equally good, that sell some of the best pickles you'll ever eat. You know, I think there's one on each side of the street, maybe. And I try to buy one from each. And this last time I bought some, and I think Melanie Cody put them in her car, and I never got my pickles.
Never got
so
your pickles.
I'm gonna try to get my pickles.
Well, we'll take care of you next year, this coming year. If you need pickles, we'll have them.
I look forward to that.
We hope for a good growing season because the more pickles we have means we had a really good growing season that year. So
that reminds me, many years ago, Jim and I used to go broadcast and be part of the Holland Corn Festival. And I remember one particular year we went over there, and they did corn on the cob and butter, and you sold it like pickles. That year they had to ship all the corn in from somewhere else because they had such a bad year.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But anyway, we're going to take a quick break. Got to come back and talk more about Bremont and what happens over there with Mayor Rick Swick. Also, we're going to check in with Pete Sousa coming up in just a bit. He follows us with his sports show. So stick around for that. We'll be right back.
Experience the future of secure private cloud storage with Internix. Protect your files with end-to-end encryption, ensuring your data stays private and accessible only to you. Enjoy seamless, fast storage without compromising security. Visit Internix.com today and take control of your digital life. That's INTERNXT.com today. Elevate your experience with Grinco Science, the leaders in cutting-edge vaporizers. Whether you're at home or on the go, our sleek, powerful devices deliver smooth, consistent hits every time. Quality you can trust, innovation you can feel. Grinco Science. Take your vapor game to the next level. Visit us at GrincoScience.com. Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Combine that with OrganicHemp.com's top quality CBD for ultimate balance. Start your healing journey today at GlobalHealing.com and OrganicHemp.com. At Terrapin Ridge Farms, they believe in the joy of effortless entertaining. Inspired by CEO Mary O'Donnell's mom and her legendary holiday parties, they've crafted a line of gourmet foods that turn any meal into a celebration. From savory jams to mustards, aiolis, and more, their products are made with love, bringing unforgettable flavors to your table. Whether it's a casual get-together or a special occasion, they make it easy to impress. Terrapin Ridge Farms, where great food and great memories come together. Visit them at terrapinridge.com. Terrapin Ridge.
Planning the perfect wedding day can be exciting, but also a bit overwhelming. Join us at the 36th Annual With This Ring Bridal Extravaganza, Sunday, January 12th at Extraco Event Center, where fabulous wedding displays from Central Texas' top wedding vendors await you. Meet leading wedding professionals, ask them questions, admire their work, and check items off that never-ending to-do list. At With This Ring, you'll find everything you need to plan your day, your way, all in one place. Check out WithThisRingWeddingShow.com for more details. This event brought to you by your friends at Action Rental Center Events.
It's the Pete Sousa Show. Sports.
I mean, yeah, a new coach comes in, they're going to turn the roster. I think that's just we've got all these transfer portal stats and what Dion did and what Fritz has done. I mean, that's the deal, man. That's the game that's being played nowadays.
Maybe a little bit unknown at quarterback. I mean, unknown to the rest of the world, but he dove into the portal and got a guy who is super, super athletic.
South Dakota State's really good. Give us a little bit of breakdown about what they can do and what Oklahoma State needs to be worried about.
But look at that form right there. I need to say nothing else about this because I found one.
all
Yeah.
in on that.
Visit TexasMusicCafe.com for more music, to learn more about this show, and to view the calendar of upcoming live shows online and at Texas Music Cafe.
Oh, okay.
Visit RogueMediaMusic.com for more music.
I'm going to read this about. Hey, we're back live, Texas Music Cafe. Rick Swick is here, and sometimes I got to put my little readers on, but I want to talk to you about Texas Music Cafe. You know, after 30 plus years of celebrating and supporting Texas music, they're evolving to better serve the musical community, and they're proud to announce the transition to a non-profit organization. It's a status of Texas Music Cafe. It's a 501c3 organization, which means a lot. They're going to be able to do things with the community. They want to get involved with college students and high school students to teach about music, about camera work, video work, stuff like that.
Great.
But their little goal is preservation, education, artist advocacy. It's a lot of things going on with Texas music. You can check it all out at TexasMusicCafe.com is the website. It's a great organization. They've been around since 1997, about a year now, right, Terry, in the building here? But a great group of people. We got so many great musicians around Central Texas that we're so happy to be, and I'm so happy to be part of this. A guy that is really got a show that if you love sports, Rick, you need to check this podcast out. Pete Sousa has a show that starts at 10 o'clock right after mine, and he talks about sports. And I know yesterday we were talking about the Cowboys and what's happening with that. Well, we're going to check in with Pete right now and see what's happening. Pete, what's up, buddy?
Oh, what's happening? Hey, by the way, first and foremost, happy birthday to the great Zack Owen.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Looking forward to today. Appreciate you connecting with me before the show. We're talking tonight about the semifinal, or today about the semifinal in college football, which is taking place tonight with this Notre Dame and Penn State. We've got a guest coming on, Brian Driscoll. He's a writer affiliated with Notre Dame, so we're going to see exactly what he thinks about coming up to game time here and where both of these teams stand, and also talk a little bit of Baylor women's basketball. Watched that game last night. They lost to Arizona, or they beat Arizona rather. And all the other stuff going on in the world of sports.
Well, Pete, I know. Are you like me? Is your college football predictions shot to hell after the first few games?
Yeah, pretty much. I think we all are, right? I mean, let's not. You're not unique, nor am I. So don't beat yourself up. I think it's just like college basketball now. It's a lot of fun, but it's also can kind of beat your self-esteem down.
Right. Any prediction on who's going to make it to the big show?
I would like to see Texas and Notre Dame in the final. I would. I just want being in Texas. I like the Texas feel, and I like what Notre Dame is doing, and it brings back a little nostalgia from my childhood. So Texas and Notre Dame would kind of bring my present and future together, or my past and future, I should say.
Hey, after a couple of days of talk, any closer to what's going to happen with the head coaching position with the Cowboys?
I think they're going to keep Mike McCarthy. That's what all signs are pointing in that direction. And, the big day will be next Tuesday, the 14th, when McCarthy can legally speak to other teams in the NFL. If there's not a deal done by then, he'll officially be officially a free agent coach. So anyone who wants to talk to him can. And I think that if a deal is not in place for McCarthy to stay with the Cowboys by the 14th, after that, it could get pretty interesting.
I think so. Well, Pete, I tell you what, thanks a lot. Good luck on your show today. It starts at 10 o'clock.
You got it. Thanks so much, Zack. Again, happy birthday. Take care, brother.
Thank you, man. Pete Sousa, great guy, great knowledge of sports, and a really good show. You got to catch this show. Are you a sports fan, Rick?
I like you were talking college football. I'm planning on watching the games tonight. It's really interesting how this thing has started and where it's evolved to toward the end. No one probably would have guessed.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still fun. I like to watch those kids. And,
do you have a favorite team in college football?
Well, I lean toward Texas A&M because my wife's a graduate of A&M, and we do that, and I kind of I really like Penn State. Secondly, but who knows? They may or may not. So
yeah, Andrea over here, my fiance, she went to A&M, and boy, I tell you what, to sit with her this season and watch the team was. I think she called them every name in the book. What are you doing? Why is that quarterback doing that?
Yeah. No,
But hey, there's always next year, right?
That's right. That's right. Just like us, there's always next year.
We hope there's always next year. At our age, come on now. All right, let's get back to talk.
I got a quick one.
Okay, go ahead.
I have cattle.
Okay.
I have cattle.
What kind of cattle?
And-
What breed?
I don't discriminate. I just have all kinds. As long as they have a calf every year, I'm happy. Okay. So I saved some heifers.
Okay.
And my son, my number 2 son, the principal over in Holland, Alex, said, okay, so you're saving heifers. He says, you probably get what, 10 or 12 years out of a cow? I said, yeah. He says, good, Dad. He said, that'll be the last month you're going to save.
This is it. You might as well look at them now.
Well, Zach, I had a grandfather, Grandpa B, who was a Bilimovich.
Yeah.
He was going to the rest home at 93 years old, and he said, Rick, you see those 2 heifers out there? We want to keep those for cows. So you got to always look forward,
Oh, yeah.
You have to plan for the future.
Talking about planning the future and grandparents and whatever. So I was always told that your hair, what happens up here, depends on your mother's father's side of the family. He was bald. Well, I'm doubly hurt because my dad's side of the family, my grandfather was bald. What about you? Can you remember your mom's father? You have hair or no hair?
Both of them on my mom's side and my dad's side. When they passed away, they had a head full of hair.
There you go.
Like I said,
I love it.
And this is no Rogaine, so it's just the way it is. So.
Hey, but if the wind picks up, it could blow off later today.
Hey, all I do know is, Zach, when it's raining, I can tell how thin it is because it gets wet pretty dang quick.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. The first time after I shaved my head many years ago and I went to play golf, sweat just pouring down. And I said, golly, I don't remember this. And I thought, the hair used to catch all that.
It's like erosion. The grass holds back the erosion.
It is. It
holds back the water.
So I want to talk a little bit. We talk about Polish days and Bremond Polish. I guess many, many years ago, why did Polish people kind of migrate over to the Bremond area?
Well, most of what history shows me is most of the Polish folks came to Bremond through Ellis Island. Okay. And it appears
in other words, they came through the proper way.
They did it the proper way.
Got it.
And they migrated through the Chicago area down to Texas. And the main reason is because of all the agricultural business. There was cotton was king, and there's still hundreds of acres of cotton raised around the Bremond area. And they farmed. That's what they did. They farmed, and they did well as a group, and they eventually began to buy some land and so on and so forth.
Do you have any idea about what year the actual town started being built up right there?
Yes, I do. I know exactly. It's 153 years ago.
Wow.
Because we just celebrated our sesquicentennial here 3 years ago.
Now, as many places all over America, was it because of the train?
Yes. It was because of the tracks. John Bremond was part of the group that brought the tracks or the train through Bremond, Central Texas, because of the agricultural. They were able to get their vegetables out and things like that to sell. And Bremond was formed. And, I learned there's a little trivia, Zach, that I learned, and I have to believe it's true, but there's little towns like you start Hearn, Calvert, Bremond, Cossey, Grosbeck, Wortham, Mahia, all those towns.
Sure.
They claim that they started a town 1 wagon trip a day. What the distance that a horse and wagon could travel comfortably in a day. And they started those communities when they were laying the railroad.
Wow.
And it must be some validity to that because they're about 10 or 11 miles apart from each other.
Right.
So can you imagine back then? You'd go I can go to Cossie in 12 minutes, and it took all day to get to Cossie or Calvert. You know, that's
and it's got to be true. You read it on the internet, right?
Yeah. After 11 p.m. So,
well, I tell you, that's incredible. I love history and I love stuff like that. Talk about that. What we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to wrap it up with Mayor Swick from Bremond. Stick around.
Blue water in the moonlight, slipping past the shadow's edge, and oak hangs low, branches swaying in the southern breezes. Streets are quiet and the houses at rest. Blue windows on the bayou Teche. Grandma drives past antebellum homes. Sun-peeled paint, a torn porch screen. She dreams of two men and the years she's seen between. We drove her to Texas in Depression days, and his brother brought her back to her native place, where the slow waters never rest. I'm drifting back on the bayou Teche. From the whistle of a midnight train to the wake of a riverboat, my memories come alive as the bayou stories told. And Uncle Henry, he was so particular. Built a dry clean shop down Iberia Street. His two-tone Chevy Shine, white walls on me. Oh, he grinned and winked in a fresh pressed suit. But I was just a kid standing in cowboy boots, where the slow waters never rest. I'm drifting back on the bayou Teche. Slow waters never rest. I'm drifting back on the bayou Teche.
So I had to answer.
Oh, thanks.
Classic music live from the Texas Music Cafe. That was recorded earlier, and we love to play it. As you can tell, it could be folk music, country music, rock music, whatever. But as you said about the cows, we don't discriminate on the music here at Texas Music Cafe. Tomorrow morning, Melanie Cody is going to be here to talk about some old stories about Jim. That we can tell about Jim. Some good ones and some bad ones, maybe.
That's so.
And then also my friend Gordon Collier from News Channel 10, the anchor from Channel 10, a great musician. He's going to come and entertain us in the 9 o'clock hour tomorrow morning. Before we get out of here, anything you want to wrap up with about Bremond? Give us the dates once again.
Polish Day this year in 25 will be June 27th and 28th. And a little trivia thing that we're very proud of. We've been working on this since 2016. We were granted through the state of Texas the Polish capital of Texas.
Yeah.
And we have that trademarked, and we're very, very proud of it. A little town like Bremont, I think it's good for 10 years. And something else that we can advertise on our festival days.
Oh yeah, and according to I think the official rule, I was reading the fine print that you must wear the pickle suit the entire weekend of. So get your pickle suit ready.
Get your pickle suit ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mayor Rick Swick from Bremont. Hey, buddy, thank you for your friendship over the years and for involving Zach and Jim with all the activities and festivities over there, and especially honoring Jim at the barbecue cook-off. We appreciate you.
Hey, we love to have you guys, and still looking for a bright future, fellas.
All right, Rick Swick, and we'll catch you back tomorrow morning right here live from the Texas Music Cafe, the Zack Owen Show. We spent a lot of money on that.
I know.
Name, but
Looks like it.
Have a great day. Stay dry.
Keep the music playing.
Visit TexasMusicCafe.com for more music, to learn more about this show, and to view the calendar of upcoming live shows online and at Texas Music Cafe.
Visit RogueMediaMusic.com for more music.
Come on down to the Texas Music Cafe. Come on down to the Texas Music Cafe.